Let's do my December reading wrap up. I did manage to hit my reading goal of 125 books this year in December. I had 10 books to read. My first read was Nine from the Nine Worlds by Rick Riordan. I read this partially during subbing as an audiobook when I had a long break, and this was my last book to finish off the Riordan verse. I ended up giving this one a 4 stars. I really liked how each of the little short stories had a very clear beginning, middle, and end, and how they all connected. I felt like I did know the Nine Worlds a little bit better, even after reading the Magnus Chase series. This was also the month of rereads, so I think I did 3 rereads during this month. I was in a little bit of a reading slump, so I picked up A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. One of my favorite books of all time, 5-star read. If you haven't read the ACOTAR series, what are you doing? If you like romantasy, it's definitely one of those. I will say this is my favorite one, the second book. I think that's a generalized consensus. Either you like the second book the best or the fifth book, and I didn't love the fifth book, but this one is by far my favorite. Next reread I did was For the Sea of Monsters. I annotated this. I went through it so that I could watch the show with a little bit more analysis. Next, I read Grimm and Oro by Alex Astor. This is a set of 2 novellas in one full-length book. I did like this book, but this book made me really want to reread the Lightlark series because I feel like I don't entirely remember the sequence of events, because this book has partially like prequel-y elements to it. We look at what happens before Isla's story, and then it gets kind of confusing from there. So I might reread the Lightlark series, but the 4th book in the series is now out, and so we'll see if I reread or if I just watch a recap video. I gave this one a 4 stars. Next, we had Good Spirits by BK Borison. This started my end of year readathon vlog where I was in the middle of like literally 6 books. I needed to finish all of them in order to hit my reading goal, and I did. Those vlogs, if they're not up yet, they are coming up soon. So I read Good Spirits. Loved this book. This book is a 4.75 stars. It is a holiday book. Nolan is a ghost of Christmas past, and Harriet is like his assignment. They have to figure out why Harriet is his assignment because she's like a happy-go-lucky sunshine character. I adored the plot. I adored the world building. I loved the character development. Next, I finally finished Brimstone by Callie Hart. I've been trying to read this book for a month. I finally bit the bullet and bought the ebook, and it was a 5 star. This series reminds me a lot of ACOTAR in some ways, also like Fourth Wing in terms of like the ends of the books. Rebecca Yarros and Sarah J. Maas, they end on cliffhangers, so if you don't like that, maybe don't pick it up. Next, I picked up the graphic novels for Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief and the Sea of Monsters. I did not enjoy these. I didn't really like the writing style. They cut out elements of the book, and the characters just look 10 years older than they should, so was not a fan of these. Next, I finished The Atlas Complex by Olivia Blake. Didn't love this one. I felt like it was entirely too long. I don't think Olivia Blake's writing style is for me. I gave it a 3.75 because there were moments I really did like and moments I really hated. And finally, my last book of 2025 was my reread of A Court of Wings and Ruin. This book has one of my favorite endings of all time. I love the end of this book. This is my 3rd time rereading it, and it is still a 5-star read. So those were my December reads. Stay tuned for my January TBR.